In a vast kingdom named Kadiri, at the foot of the majestic yet mysterious Mount Kelud, lived a wise king burdened with concerns about his reign. His kingdom was prosperous, his people obedient, but there were two figures who constantly haunted his thoughts, two powerful beings unlike ordinary humans. They were Lembu Suro and Mahesa Suro. Lembu Suro was a creature half human and half bull. His body was large and muscular, with a fearsome bull-like face. Meanwhile, Mahesa Suro, his strongest ally, appeared half buffalo, equally powerful and capable of shaking the earth. Not only were they strong in physical form, but they also possessed unmatched magical powers. One bright day, both came to the palace of Kadiri. They were no ordinary guests, they came with a clear intention to challenge the king of Kadiri and seize power. In the grand, majestic hall, Lembu Suro spoke with a deep, resonant voice, "O king, we are not here to honor your throne but to take it. Kadiri will be ours and you will not be able to stop us." The atmosphere in the palace grew tense. The king, who had heard of their strength, did not dare face them directly. With cunning, he devised a plan that seemed impossible to accomplish. Calmly, he said, "O Lembu Suro and Mahesa Suro, if you wish to rule Kadiri, first prove your strength. I will give you a worthy task, build a lake on top of Mount Kelud in one night. If you succeed, then Kadiri will be yours." The two beings exchanged glances, small smiles forming on their faces. The task was indeed difficult, but with their magical powers, it posed no obstacle. They accepted the challenge with confidence and without wasting time, they immediately headed to the peak of Mount Kelud. The sky began to darken, the sun sank behind the horizon, and the dense night enveloped the earth. Under the glittering stars and the faint light of the moon, Lembu Suro and Mahesa Suro began to work. With their mystical powers, they dug the ground with their large, mighty hands. Every movement created a deeper, larger hole, and in no time, a massive pit formed at the top of the mountain. The sound of the digging reverberated far and wide, yet nothing could stop them. Water started seeping into the hole, filling the lake they were building. Time kept passing, but dawn was still far away. It seemed they would complete the task before the night ended. However, the Sly King of Kadiri had devised a way to thwart them. Seeing the lake nearly finished, he commanded all his people to act. Immediately, he shouted, "We must stop them before dawn arrives. Fill the lake with stones and sand." The people of Kadiri, loyal to their king, quickly mobilized. They flocked to the top of Mount Kelud, carrying large amounts of stones, sand, and soil. In the dark of night, with the rumbling sound of their steps, they began to fill the lake that Lembu Suro and Mahesa Suro had nearly completed. They worked swiftly, hoping to cover the lake before dawn broke. When Lembu Suro and Mahesa Suro realized what was happening, they were filled with uncontrollable rage. Lembu Suro's eyes flashed with anger. "Betrayal," he roared, his voice echoing through the mountains and shaking the earth. "You have played us, humans." Their fury could no longer be contained. Lembu Suro, with a voice louder than a storm, cursed the king of Kadiri and his entire kingdom. "Hear this, O king of Kadiri and all who live in this land. Because of your treachery, I curse Mount Kelud. Every time it erupts, it will bring destruction upon you and your descendants. This mountain will never rest and my wrath will forever live within it." With that curse, Lembu Suro and Mahesa Suro disappeared into the bowels of the earth. The sky, once dark, grew even darker, and the mountain, once a peaceful place, now bore an eternal curse. From that moment on, Mount Kelud became known as a mountain that always sought revenge. Every time it erupted, the people of Kadiri remembered Lembu Suro's curse and knew that the wrath of the powerful creature still lived within the fire and lava spewing from the earth. Every generation living under the shadow of Mount Kelud was filled with fear, recalling the tale of two powerful beings who had once almost conquered their kingdom.